Sorry, if I may. I mean, you've said that there's you've handled many of the issues very well, but you can't mark your own script. So the people will be the judge of that after Saturday. And you've also mentioned that some of the issues are outside your scope. That is also debatable. But let me take you up on something that is within your scope. When you were talking about monitoring of finances, there was a lot of talk about, putting a cap on campaign spending pre and post or during the elections as well. I remember INEC had said that they would monitor what the political parties were doing. We've got 91 of them. And you had said that you would monitor, their financial spending. How far with that? I mean, even if you look at the top 5, can you tell us, what has been expended, what you are surprised about, or what is okay in your own estimation?
If you can take the questions again, I just lost some communication.
Okay, let me take the question again. I had asked you about monitoring of finances. And I know INEC was very vocal about monitoring political parties in terms of their spending. So how far with that, even if you take the top 5 political parties now, what can you say about the amount of money that's been spent when you look at the size of the rallies and the size of the crowd that you see there? Everybody's wearing ashwebi, which we call, natural dress. And, there's a lot is going into it, face caps, etc. Is there anything you can tell us about what has been spent, what the Commission has discovered, what you're happy about?
Well, we have a monitoring mechanism on how to monitor the expenditure of some of these political parties. But as you know, that in this country, people know how to beat the law. Some of those things you see people are wearing in some of the rallies are not credited to any of the political parties. Some of them are printed by what they call the support groups of political parties. If you look at the newspapers, you will see that some of the newspaper adverts are being sponsored by support groups of political parties. And some of these expenditures are expenditures that are not really accounted for. And when you look at them, you see that it does not sometimes it does not exceed the limit which some individuals can contribute to political parties. But we have a tracking mechanism, and we have trained some of our monitors to monitor the expenditure of some of these political parties. But it is at the end of the day that we're going to issue a report in relation to the expenditure of political parties. But as I say, it is very, very difficult to monitor political party finances and political party expenditure. But we have given them some of the forms and some of the indices we are going to use in monitoring the expenditure. But as I say, it is very, very difficult because some of these political parties use support groups and use individuals to sponsor some of the activities you see.
All right, let's put you on pause, Mr. Okoye. And we'll be coming to you, Mrs. Hassan, as well as Mr. Ojukwu, so please be on standby. But now we're going...
Yeah, let's just go to our Oyo State correspondent, Bukola Orewo. I believe she's standing by there to tell us, we're talking about the umpire, Bukola, so tell us, the state of preparedness of INEC as you see it this evening.
Where you are.
Yeah.
Can Buki hear us?
Can she hear us?
There she is. Okay.
Okay, I think we're trying to get that sorted. Perhaps this is preliminary activity.
That's it, of course. These are card readers from what I can see. Yeah. These are card readers. I want to believe this is an INEC office. This is an INEC office.
That needs to be organized.
While we're waiting for Buki to come online, I don't know if she's online yet.
But perhaps we should just go back to Mr. Okoye.
I think maybe we should just... Is she online?
Daddy. Oh, fantastic. Yes, it's Joma Bukola. Thank you. It's fantastic that we can hear you now.
Good evening. Hi.
Good evening, Buki.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Of course I can hear you loud and clear. So carry on. We're talking about the preparedness of the umpire. So, wherever you are right now, tell us, how you see it this evening, whether INEC is ready for Saturday in Oyo.
First of all, tell us where you're reporting from.
Okay, I'm reporting from Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. I was at the INEC office earlier today to know how prepared they are, actually. And we started with the uncollected PVCs, which stands, it's still a huge number, unfortunately. It stands at 786,294.
Uncollected.
Uncollected.
Yes. And your state happens to have just over 2.9 million registered voters who are valid. So that represents a really huge number of uncollected voter cards. And like Ladi said earlier on in the program, it means that the right to vote for almost 800,000 people would not be practicable.
Okay, do you know some of the reasons why that is? I mean, yes, in Lagos here, you hear of the difficulty, of getting it, the long queue and all that. What are you hearing about the reasons why?
Well, it was actually surprising yesterday when we went around because most of the centers visited had low turnout of people, as you can see. We were expecting that there would be the usual rush that we saw on Friday, but a lot of them were not coming. And some of the people we spoke to, some of them said they couldn't even find their names on the register. And when I spoke with the INEC rec, he said when they made the list public, they had actually sorted a lot of names before they arrived at 2.9. They had removed the names of dead people. They had removed names of those people who have relocated and a lot of other constraints that could hinder a successful outing. But be that as it may, we still have over 700,000, almost 800 actually.
Okay. Apologies, Buki. I'm going to have to interrupt you. Apologies, just to take a brief break. But then just stay with it. We'll come back to you. We've been talking about the umpire. The other half of the conversation is about the electoral register. And let's see how it all ties into what we're talking about this evening. Just stay with us.